Raising healthy, independent kids. Who better than this one? She's going to tell you exactly the way it is. Matter of fact, I'm going to ask her a couple hard questions. You know, I keep getting requests about raising kids. And you know, when we think about raising healthy kids, as we get a lot of compliments this weekend on our kids, right? So we brought some of my children to the seminar this weekend. The other two in Florida weren't able to make it, although one was trying really hard. Our daughter was really trying to make it, but didn't happen. But we got a lot of compliments about our children. And I know what was running through your mind. It's like, if they only knew.
Yeah, I was just thinking that again.
If they only knew how hard it was, right? If they only knew. You know, sometimes it looks easy when you see the final product. But trust me, it wasn't easy. All right.
Still isn't easy.
Yeah, still isn't easy.
Are you kidding me?
How many times did they ask for money wired in because they were...
it was becoming a joke with Debbie and Joe, actually.
Yeah, Debbie and Joe, Dr. Joe, who you met.
But we were talking about the benefits of technology, because all you do is push a button and hit transfer.
I don't like that at all. But, you know, I mean, honestly, I think one of my pet peeves today is when you look at kids. First off, kids today aren't healthy at all. Matter of fact, most of my kids' friends are on medications. Mm-hmm. I even went to a ski camp where I saw on the dresser next to the beds medication after medication. So part of my drive, you know, is raising not just healthy kids, but independent kids that think different. Because in a world like today, our kids, I believe, have to grow up leaders.
And just think. Just simply think.
Yeah.
Kids aren't thinking today.
Well, no, exactly. They're not, because that's part of the problem, I believe. You know, but, you know, kids today, they're sick and they're entering autoimmune in their 20s, 30s, and even teenagers today. Psychotropic drugs, a host of medications. It's very sad. And I fret for when these kids hit their 30s, because the bottom's going to fall out. So for us, it was really raising kids that just thought different. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, our kids adopted our eating, but I'm going to say this, and we'll talk about health. Yep, absolutely. Like and share. Thank you for that. But we raised our kids on the food that we ate, right? Mm-hmm. And then we knew there was going to come a time to let go. And we did. And they went out and they started eating, and you should hear the stories. You saw some of Pompa Lives, right? They went out and started eating regular food, etc., and they experienced it. But all but one so far has come back, and
like that was on top of me.
Has come back around. There you go. So
and Matthew's way
there you go. Yeah,
better.
Look at that. This is our last day. We're actually heading to the airport any minute, so you can see that after the seminar.
Look, I have a little friend over here.
A little bird over there. Yeah, he's waiting to attack something. Anyways, after the seminar, we always come here for a couple days, and it's important. Matter of fact, it's part of our message, because we were discussing, you know, when we look at raising our kids, one of the things that I know we did right, it was, you know, making time for each other. And that brings me to my first question. So we talked about how we raised them healthy, and I don't want to focus on that as much as far as food-wise goes, because we've done that. If you see the couple videos back, there's the whole Pompa family sitting on the couch. We talked about that, and you see hilarious Simon in that video. But what would you say are the two things that you did right, Mama?
I would say that I obviously, as you just mentioned, us focusing on time together, mm-hmm. it was more important for me to be connected to Danny and having fun with him, even at the cost of the kids potentially feeling left out, mm-hmm. or not included.
We still battle that, right? I mean,
we do, and we have a unique dynamic too. Like, even just kind of with, you know, 5 kids, and 2 from incredible tragedy and woundedness, and then obviously how that's even come into our life with Daniel, Isaac, and Simon, and the interpretation that you just can't control the visceral responses to. But so we have amazing kids. And I do think that those circumstances drove our consciousness, mm-hmm. in it. You know,
yeah,
I mean, quite honestly.
Well, I think it became a need. I think it became survival.
Well, we wouldn't have made it.
If we fell apart,
right,
then everything was going to fall apart.
We wouldn't have made it,
yeah.
if we didn't anchor to why we were together in the first place.
Yeah.
and quite honestly, in addition to obviously, you know, your character and the fun that we have, and obviously everything about why we ended up together.
So many of these people don't, you know, they don't know what we went through. I mean, my sickness is one of them, and you probably know that. Merily had her battle. We even had battles within our kids with their health, right? But the emotional stuff, when we took on the twins that are 20 now, they were age 7 at the time, their parents tragically died. We were in horrific court battles for years. I mean, headlines read, chiropractor steals from orphans, and I mean, just devastating stuff, a big battle. I mean, everything's good now, and unfortunately, the media didn't print the other side of
but
that
the wounds
story.
of being attacked so maliciously and
It's still there.
intentionally
Yeah.
is something we've had to work really hard to, I wouldn't say we've quote unquote overcome it, but we are grateful for it, because we know that it was the vehicle God used to do through the mission and the message that he called us to.
No doubt.
He knew who he obviously put by your side to accomplish that as well.
Yeah.
And so it's, but that said, you know, we've had a great, we have focused on always looking for those opportunities to have time together and have fun together. That's, if I'm not having fun, I'm out. I mean, it's true. I mean, it's, I'm
Many years
pretty
we weren't.
I'm pretty
many years
consistent
we weren't
like
having
that.
fun, though. I can tell you
It's
that.
true.
Many years we weren't having fun.
We-
All right, so that's one thing, though.
Yeah,
I
that's
said
okay.
two
That's
things.
one thing. So what is another thing that I've done well? I would say
I know one.
oh, well, I'll let you go ahead since
No,
it's
this is you. I asked you.
okay. I think I've encouraged each one of them to be who they are without forcing I shouldn't say that. I definitely have identified the strengths and the bent
Yeah.
that I've seen in them, and I've tried to talk them through it, but I haven't demanded a certain...
Yeah, you did better that than me, because my strategy was, you know, I'm mechanistic, right? Okay.
I'm not.
You know, I mean, I get a system down, man, and it's like, and I wanted to handle every kid within that system, and it took me some time, and I learned that she was right on that. I was wrong. It didn't work. Every kid has a bent, and I was trying to do the same disciplinary stuff. I was trying
Sorry.
to do, you know, basically everything.
My arm's tired.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to do the same system for every kid, and absolutely failed. You know, no doubt about it. That did not work. So yeah. Okay. Anyways, there you go.
Sorry.
You know, and so that didn't work at all. And here's the other thing I was going to say that you did really well, as you really taught our kids that life's not fair. And I know our circumstances had something to do with that, right? But it's I think today, the way people are raising kids, you know, first of all, they dote all over them. It becomes about the kids, right? They're running kids around to soccer, this and that, you know.
I'm no soccer mom.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're coming out of that age
Yeah.
now. I do. You know, and what the way we were raised was, you know, the kids, you know, we had
I think parents
to fend for
have
ourselves.
guilt if they
I think you're right.
don't invest themselves to some, just, I think it's an unrealistic level of expectation of what parents expect themselves to do to
Well, you know,
produce on their behalf.
I agree. I mean, I think even like, you know, not allowing kids to win or lose.
Oh,
You know,
the trophies.
one thing we both have done well is, you know, we absolutely have said, you know, look, you know, how many losses have you had today? Losses make a winner. Everyone successful has losses. You know, we were counting our kids' losses. Loss is good. You know, to lose is part of winning. You know, to
We have
succeed, you
definitely
have
done
to
that.
lose. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's a message. You know, they don't even, in T-ball games, they don't even declare a winner anymore, right? It's like, no, you know, losing is not a bad thing. You know, losing is a really good
That's
thing.
how
Okay.
yep.
Let's make it. We're going to miss our airplane. But what's the two things you didn't do well, or I can't say regret because you learned from everything, but didn't do well?
I didn't typically deliver fast consequences, I would say is one of my weaknesses.
That was my strength.
I do a lot of this.
Yeah,
I'm
too
always,
much talking.
Yep,
Yeah,
too much talking.
Yeah. The kids will say that too.
Yeah.
Mom,
oh,
and
now they're at the age where they actually tell me that they've lost me.
Yeah.
You use too many words. I mean, obviously, it probably helps them to have their point made by the fact that they've heard their dad say, "Get to the point with them." You know, deliver it quickly.
I think
you lose them within 10 seconds.
No doubt. Yeah, you got to make the point.
But it's true, and they learn, and they know that about themselves. You know, now they get it. They actually know that. But yeah, I would definitely say that is one of the things.
That was 1.5.
Okay, 1.5. So give me the other 0.5.
Yeah, I don't know. See, she wants me to give you the answer. No way.
Right. What else? No, I would definitely say if kids. I mean, we're very black and white in our life, but that is an area that I probably had more gray in terms of wanting to use it as an opportunity, I would say.
You know, when I look at me on this, I wish I would have not worried about as much as I did, honestly. I mean, I think that, you know, as the first one, of course, we all were, you know, more up in arms about. Each child, you learn more. You get less hands off. But, I mean, I would think that most parents would be like, oh my gosh, you guys were really hands-off parents. That's why your kids are so independent, right? I mean, no doubt. But I think that we did a good job of being into their lives where it really mattered and hands off. All of our kids, you know how to cook. All of our kids know how to fend for themselves. All of our kids just really can run their own lives, and that was
until I go home and see the kitchen.
Yeah, sure. That conversation today. So yeah, that actually took place
on the way
out. So
here.
Because my son broke my little thing to do things like this, little selfies. My arm is killing me. We got. But, you know, I mean, look, that's it. Now, listen, I want to set up. There's some people sending little smiley faces, probably laughter, actually. But I want to set up a series that I'm going to be doing on fasting. And we're going to do some, I do want to do some kids' health series, not right before we're running to the airport. And I will pull Merily in on some of those things, you know, just what to do when. I think people want those answers and with kids. But the next series that I want to do is on fasting. I want to talk about block fast, longer fast. I want to talk about shorter fast, how to intermittent fast daily, some of the tips that I've learned through this process, how diet variation fits into that, how ketosis fits into that, and so many of the things that really are about how you change your brain. As you get older, your brain can actually get better. As you get older, you can actually, there's a lot of thumbs up on this. So I'm going to move into that series because I've learned a lot in this area. Matter of fact, as I was down there, what was I reading?
Fasting book.
Fasting book, yeah, exactly. So I love the topic. I believe it's, you know, something that God gave us to not just heal, but to live longer, healthy. So this is going to be a great series. So stay tuned on that series. And thanks, guys. I'm heading back home, and I will do a Facebook Live tomorrow. And can you believe it? I'm actually heading to teach a seminar tomorrow evening. So leave here, get home late tomorrow night, and I'm teaching another seminar tomorrow evening and Saturday. So back on the road. That's why you have to make time to relax. Otherwise, I'm not going to help anybody, right?
Absolutely.
So, all right.
And I'm not going to be happy.
I'll see. I might have to do a Facebook Live from the road. I don't even know. That's probably not wise either. So actually, I'm going to do it in front of my doctor group. So tomorrow night I'll be in front of some doctors. I'm going to share some of the little things that we learned in this little class that we're doing. So I'm going to share it with you. So stay tuned tomorrow night. You're going to get some real insights because we're giving some doctors insights. So can't wait. I'm going to see you then.